What's good, everybody? Oh, Katt Williams on Kevin Hart Club Shay Shay.
Let me hear your Katt Williams impersonation.
All my fellas.
I said Katt Williams.
Let me hear him real quick. I promise you, if I hear him, I'll do it. Let me hear him real quick.
In 15 years in Hollywood.
In 15 years in Hollywood.
Did you sound? I can't say what you sound like, but that's what you sound like.
It wasn't bad.
Thank you,
Oh
Devin.
God, it was bad.
Thank you. I appreciate that. You go. You do it.
I don't do impersonation.
Nah, do it. You do it.
I don't do it.
Nah, do it.
Play it again.
In 15 years in Hollywood.
Ooh.
In over 30 years, I have not once worn a dress. I have not once such a such like a man.
Yeah, you sound like him.
In 15 years in Hollywood, no one in Hollywood has a memory of going to a sold-out Kevin Hart show, there being a line for him ever getting a standing ovation at any comedy club. He already had his deals when he got here. Have we heard of a comedian that came to L.A. and in his first year in L.A. he had his own sitcom on network television and had his own movie called Soul Plane that he was leading? No, we've never heard of that before that person or since that person. What do you think a plant is? Maybe people don't understand the definitions of these words.
Oh, sorry to pause, but he always do that. Like he's talking as he's laughing and he instantly stops laughing. He's like, maybe you don't know that. You know what I mean? It's just hilarious. I just made me laugh. I don't know what it was.
He just did his documentary with Chris Rock where he shows you that his whole upbringing in comedy was on the East Coast.
Yeah, it was.
So how simultaneously was he here in Los Angeles doing the same thing? It didn't happen. It didn't happen. And I hate to seem like a petty individual for picking apart lies, but Jussie Smollett gonna keep lying until you say we don't believe you. Like, it's important in the checks and balances of the universe that liars not get to make complete narratives for themselves.
Are you not afraid about being blackballed again? These are some power people.
What do you mean again? These people are not powerful. Satan can't create anything. That includes blessings for his people. That's why, you know what the number one job of somebody that sold their soul in Hollywood is?
What?
Is to act like it didn't happen. They all do the same job. Why do you think Gary Owen can't cross over and he already white and been in comedy for 25 years? If what I say ain't the case. It's a cabal. It's a consortium. They rock with who they rock with and they don't with who they don't. But I'm not scared of being the competition any more than you were when you lined up across from a superior team. Yeah, on paper, they're a better team.
Right.
They have all the assets and resources that we don't. But let us get on the line, boy, and see if that factors in. I guarantee you it won't. Wow. Because Shannon Sharp got to be a different person than that other person.
Absolutely.
And he always was. That doesn't change when I change teams. That remains the same. That's how a legacy is built. So all of these shortcut takers, they canceled me for talking about Harvey Weinstein before the thing came out, but he offered to suck my penis in front of all my people at my agency.
Hey, yo.
What am I supposed to do? He did all of that. I'm thinking I'm the only black person on the script. I get there, there's 3 other black guys on there. Woo. Huh.
So you wonder what they did to get there.
I told him no. What y'all do? And this is why when I walk in a room, heads go down. Behind my back, I'm nothing. I'm just a regular old comedian that's bitter and jealous. But in my face, no. The king has walked in and they have to respect it only because I've not taken the shortcuts. I've not been funded. They pay you to not talk about things they don't want you to talk about. They tell you that themselves. I can't do that because Steve told you that he stopped doing stand-up because he had 7 TV shows. The only problem is when he stopped stand-up, he didn't have those 7 TV shows. He stopped stand-up because he got in a comedy battle called the Championship of Stand-Up Comedy with one Katt Williams in Detroit in front of 10,000 people and lost because Katt Williams said he was actually bald and that was a wig. And I went in, and that's why he couldn't do stand-up anymore. Imagine him coming to tell you another story where he got so big and it was Bernie and them's fault because they wanted to be movie stars. What? You called Ocean 11 to get that nigga's part. What do you mean you didn't want to be a movie star? So on the behalf of Bernie, I will have to say what I have to say.
Have you ever been on tour with any of these guys?
Every guy I mentioned to you is not funny out there in real life. So no. Faison's never done his own tour in 30 years. Steve Harvey don't do stand-up no more. Cedric doesn't write. I'm sorry, he doesn't write. Ricky Smiley has been playing the same old black woman forever. Like, you can't get a young fan base with that. Like, you gotta be doing karaoke around the country to make that work.
Right.
And he is. But I'm a stand-up comedian. This is my 19th 100-city tour. I'm not going to have a conversation with these lazy bums that'll take a shortcut at any point. Yes, it's easier for you to juice than to get in the gym. But you don't get to bring that body in here talking crazy.
Talk about how good you look.
What? No, there's too many comics out there that are putting their life on the line to tell these jokes, man.
Okay. Let's get to your upbringing. We're going to circle back and we get some...
I want to protect you real quick, because you had said for the Kings of Comedy, it was in 2018, 2019, but did you mean 1999? Because it came out in 2000, so I just want to make sure.
No. So what I meant to say was, remember, he said, I couldn't do stand-up anymore. I had 7 TV shows. I said he didn't have any of those TV shows at the time.
I know, you talking about Cedric.
Joke stealing from Cedric.
Cedric.
Okay,
You had said that 2018, 2019, but it came out in 2000, so I just want to make sure.
Okay, no. What comes out in 2000?
The original Kings of Comedy.
Right. I'm on BET's Comic View, and they're using this as the commercial.
Old, dude. What? In 2000, I was 3 years old, dude.
What you say?
I was 2 years old.
In 2000? I was 1.
That's kind of crazy, bro.
Holy crazy.
These niggas is telling jokes and shit.
That's not that crazy.
Dude, if
I get what you're
if you think about it, we was 2 years old and we now watching what happened at that moment. We had no idea at the time, bro. We didn't even have conscience. Just playing with fucking remotes and shit until we snapped out of it.
Yeah, 1, I didn't know what I was doing. I was living.
I wish I could remember.
I always had a conscience.
In 1998. That's why I'm saying, So if I said the dates wrong,
let's go ahead and clear that up.
Okay.
You said, I had Cedric on here, and I asked him about the joke stealing, and he said the timeline doesn't add up.
Correct.
To that point, you say.
Right. So he thought that I was just a no-name comedian and that he could take this joke and nobody would know.
Right.
The issue was that I had already done this particular joke on BET's Comic View twice.
Right.
It had done so well on BET's Comic View that they had made it part of the commercial. So part of the commercial of make sure you tune in to BET was you seeing me doing this joke.
Right.
And this joke is one of those jokes in comedy where you set it up and it takes a little longer to set it up, takes about 3 minutes, but then you're just hitting them with jokes after that because you don't have to set it up.
Right.
Mark Curry had already helped me work on this joke because I thought it was good because I was getting a standing ovation on it. He had me go back in the lab to help me craft it to be an even more powerful joke. So this is not...
I wonder how that works, you know? Yeah, in the studio, you come up with music, you craft the music. I kind of know how it works. You're balancing flows, you're balancing words, off the beats, whatever. How does balancing jokes go? I wonder how that goes. You know,
that sounds more difficult than a music.
Yeah.
Point of view,
because who you gonna bring in to balance jokes off with you? I guess other comedians.
I think as a comedian, they know what's funny and what's not, and then they use it multiple times before they use it.
Like just saying that joke, just thinking of it, and not knowing if it's gonna get laughs or not.
Yeah.
Who locked the door?
No way locked the door.
Where's your daddy?
You just couldn't open it.
What's up, dude?
It's a random joke. This is my very best joke, and it's my last joke, and it's my closing joke.
Okay.
1998, I'm doing this joke. It's on Comic View. Cedric comes to the Comedy Store. He watches me in the audience. He comes backstage. He tells me what a great job I did and how much he loves the joke. 2 years later, he's doing that as his last joke on the Kings of Comedy, and he's doing it verbatim. He's just changed my car into a spaceship.
The critics have spoken. People want to love you, Monk. You should let them love all of them. American Fiction is the best picture of the year.
Him and Steve had already apologized for me, so I gave him a pass for a decade. Why would you sit here and be like, I saw Katt 30 times, and Katt didn't do as I stand before you, Shannon. I would have bust Cedric's stomach. There was nothing that would have kept me from one of these in that box right there. Like, are you kidding me? Why would you downplay me like that? Why did I give you a pass if you were just gonna lie? And so that's...
Sorry to pause it again, but anytime I hear him talking about anything violent, I instantly think of him getting choked out by that kid, bro. That kid like a grown man now, too. This was hilarious.
That nigga Shannon Sharp toe up. Look at his bottle. Look at Katt Williams' bottle. Dude is gone.
He used to it. Ricky probably be going off there, but he used to it.
What I'm saying, like, they're all a group. Cedric, Steve, Ricky, they've been a group. Everybody knows that. They've been aligned. And there are these alliances in comedy. And if you stand against them, then they sometimes have a problem. But we don't let that change the content, because that's all you know me for, is that I'm quite likely to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth, so help me God. That's what these comics understand, is that I'm not doing nothing for clout. I don't even recognize clout. But eventually the Lord is going to let me and you be in one hallway. A lot of these dudes go... Kevin Hart done went 25 years without ever being in the same building with me at the same time. If I go in the building, he walk out. You've never seen us in the same building ever in 25 years. Like, it's like that. Why? Why?
Yes.
Because I'm really the product. It's not what you think. I am never under the influence of anything. I'm always in my right mind. I'm always a physical specimen. And when you see me, I'm much, much bigger than you had thought. I have far less play in me than you would like. And I'm relentless. I'm out there. I'm still, to this day, I play 11 games of basketball with a 20-year-old. The record is 92-6.
Lying.
This is just in the yard, just to the rack, because...
You work out, Katt? You work out, Katt?
Not to the gym.
You don't work out at the gym? You push-ups, sit-ups?
My whole life it was just push-ups and sit-ups only. I would do like 100 push-ups a day. Just.
I thought you were gonna say 1,000.
No. Because this is literally every day.
Right.
This is not for the gram. You know what I mean? Like, literally 100 a day. And I would do push-ups, and then I tore both my rotator cuffs. And so it was only thanks to golf that I was even able to get my
You a golfer now?
back. I've been a golfer for quite some time. My short game is impeccable. I can't get you but 2 and some change off of the tee, but I'm still coming in for par guaranteed.
You playing for the tips?
No. I found that you don't get anything for that. It seems very egomaniacal. They go, hey, Katt, for free, you can go further back. Hey, what? Wait a minute, does it still count the same? Hey, I'm up at the ladies' tee. Don't tell me my pronouns. On the golf course, I'm she, her, him, them, and they. Whoever the front tee. For a 5-year period, every single movie that Kevin Hart did was a movie that had been on my desk. That all I had said was, just, can we take some of this step and fetch it shit out? And then I can do it. Like, it don't need to be overtly homosexual, because I'm not homosexual, right? It doesn't need that to be funny, right? And me saying that and them going, oh yeah, no problem. And then going to give it to this other guy and having him do it just like it was. And acting like I'm a bad person because I keep standing on my standard. But, yeah, it's interesting, but I wouldn't change it for the world. Like, again, I'm on the winning side of these decisions.
Will there ever be another Comic View Def Comedy Jam? Could that, in today, 24, 25, 26, could we see that again?
They've already announced it. It's already going. You didn't know?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, Kevin Hart purchased it, so he's now doing Comic View. That happened at the same time that they gave DC Young Fly Hollywood Squares. Yeah, because they tell you that there's no gatekeepers, but we keep seeing the same people open the gate. Didn't Kevin open the gate and let Tiffany in? Ain't he now opening it up for... Don't such and such open the gate? What do you mean ain't no gatekeepers? There's 100 gates out here. Everyone I've seen got a keeper.
Would you have wanted to do Comic View or Def Comedy Jam? Would you have wanted to be?
I think we just mentioned I did them both.
No, I'm saying he purchased the rights and refranchise it.
No, they didn't offer it to me anyway. Like, Comic View did a couple of disservices to comedy as well. So there were people like me that were out there getting 2 and 3 standing ovations in one set. And that wasn't good for television. So what they did was they started making everybody get a standing ovation. So they would tell the audience, when they get off stage, everybody get up and cheer. And so now the fact that I'm the only one out there going to get standing ovations is now making people think everybody get a standing ovation. And that's not how comedy is. So I understood why that couldn't go anymore, because remember, Ricky Smiley sat right here and told you a story about how he performed with Mike Epps and Katt Williams when he did Comic View, and to let him tell it, he was funnier than both. You down. We ain't talking about the special needs. That's good.
That's a different time.
Some clever material.
That was a different time, Katt.
No, it wasn't. It was the time I was there.
But I'm saying...
That time, this time, same times.
No, but I'm saying...
Just like people that tell you the Egyptians, they're not black. Egypt is in Africa, folks. As long as Egypt is in Africa, then Egyptians are African.
Do you believe you could tell the same jokes today as when you started out? I mean, Eddie Murphy not telling those jokes. Richard Pryor wouldn't be able to tell those jokes in 2024 that they told in the 70s and the 80s.
So they wouldn't have told them.
Well, that's my point.
They're not inferior people.
No.
If they were in this time, they would be going according to our time. Just like then, we were going according to that. Like, that's how it is in the world. There are words that we can use for a while. And when we use them for a while until somebody says, that ain't a good word, we should stop saying that.
Correct.
That don't make people feel good. And we stop saying the word. And we move on to another word. You can't say the R word. You can certainly say special needs.
Yeah.
You can certainly say spectrum.
Be slow.
There are things that you can say to get your point that don't have to hurt people.
Right.
But you would know that if what you did was construct the English language for a living, then you would understand that part. Kevin told you he wasn't going to wear no dress until they offered him the dress, and then he put it on. And what did he say after he wore it? I made my own decision. Duh. But you didn't make it before they brought it up, did you? It's okay. All right.
Yeah.
His sexually stressed and his body posture is just hilarious. Listening to it.
When they're all wearing a dress.
You let Ricky Smiley sit here and you said out that mouth, you stole Friday After Next, the one I was in. I wish all of America fumbled a bit when that happened. And then he said some stuff that we haven't heard in 100 years in Hollywood. You ain't say nothing. This man told you he had Katt Williams' role. He was gonna be Money Mike. And Katt Williams was gonna be the Santa Claus. Now let's 3 quick points. You mean in Hollywood they cast a 5'5" black Santa Claus that weighed 145 pounds? That's your story. Your story is the Ricky Smiley that couldn't even do curse words because he had a Christian fan base. He was gonna play the pimp. Why you didn't ask him why has he played a woman in more movies than he's played a man?
Well, I didn't know
he shouldn't be able. You wouldn't let a athlete that been on steroids talk about one of the greats. Ricky Smiley can't act because Ricky Smiley can't act. He told you the story about when the movie came out. Where did he say he watched it? At home. He wasn't even at the premiere. You're telling this man, you stole that. Oh, so he could get his name in the same sentence with a great one. It is sad. He was just that bitter when we were shooting it. He told everybody, it should have been my role. Everybody on the scene. Why do you think no cast member has ever said anything?
He couldn't have played that role like you. I thought he
Sir, no one, why no? He was with KD? He beat up Terry Crews? Why nobody know this story? You talking about in Hollywood, they switched off roles. You take this and he, what? So Ricky Smiley knows this. I don't know why liars lie, but I can tell you this. We auditioned in Los Angeles.
Yes.
I was audition number 201. 200 black comedians auditioned for the role of Money Mike with me. You're saying all 201 of us was auditioning and you had already had the role and had already shot the role in 4 days? The truth of the matter is, the Money Mike in the original script got raped in the bathroom, and that's what Ricky Smiley was okay with. Katt Williams had to take the risk in front of the studios and the cast and our powers that be in his very first movie and say respectfully, humbly, guys, if we talking about anything else, I have no credibility and I have no pull. But we're talking about comedy, right, where I have all the credibility and all the pull. The problem with Friday After Next is we're trying to make a classic comedy. And this comedy involves a rape. And rape is never funny, no matter who it happens to or what the circumstances are. If you would allow me to allow us to do this movie without a black man getting raped in it, I promise you that it will be twice as funny as it would be with him getting raped. So considering that's the real story, why would you bring up that story? 35 members of the cast and crew have never brought up that Ricky Smiley was going to play Money Mike. No one ever saw me put on a Santa Claus suit. We got a wardrobe department. They made a Santa Claus suit for me. Why that wasn't in the bloopers? Why? And here's the other thing. Everything that Money Mike said, Katt Williams wrote. So what Ricky Smiley say on his? You can't say my lines, I wrote them. That's how I already know that I'm going to be funnier than you. What he told everybody was Katt Williams, and don't nobody know who he is. I'm on the radio. I'm with Steven Said. Everybody know me. That's what he told everybody that would listen to on the set. That's the truth of the matter. He was so egregious, not now, then. He was so egregious that, and Hollywood has never heard this in 100 years. He was so egregious, I put in my contract that I won't work with Ricky Smiley again unless he's in a dress. Now, what was Ricky Smiley's next movie? Was it First Sunday? Did he wear a dress in it? You bet he did. It's in my contract.
Why would you put that in your contract, Katt?
That's where he's a believable actor. Him and Tyler Perry can't play a man to save their life. They play good women, and I believe that the best actor should be in the best role.
So that's why, because when we released that clip and he said that, you responded because he said he was supposed to play Money Mike and you were supposed to play Santa Claus.
An outright lie.
So
that he knows is a lie.
So why would he say it?
Because he's a liar. Nobody knows why liars lie. And that's why I had to come on the program. I know so many things I shouldn't know, and they all know it. They all know it. Why? Because you don't make me the villain. Not the guy that raises black children and ain't never done a hard drug in his life and don't have no stories of doing nobody dirty. And they'll just go out and they'll lie. The industry doesn't mess with Katt because he didn't show up for the studio. No studios have ever said that. Look at my IMDb. It will show you that no studio has ever lost money with me on the script. How? That's why I'm saying, that's why I can't let Ricky Smiley say he was supposed to play Money Mike. Because I wrote the words for Money Mike. I designed the hair for Money Mike. I collaborated with the wardrobe department and made outfits to make sure that no one in America would be wearing what Money Mike was wearing. I told them to go get the Prowler. I then told them to paint it purple. I told them don't have an actor as playing a pimp. We could get an actual pimp, Archbishop Magic Don Juan to play. Like, I did far too much work for somebody to come years later and try to tag along just for their own self-aggrandizement.
Why didn't Cube set the record straight? Terry Crews could have set the record straight. Mike Epps could have set the record straight. Why none of them set the record straight?
That's what you were supposed to ask him when he told you those lies that no one's ever heard. Right, but he's telling you something no one's ever heard of. Nobody has ever heard, oh, Ben Affleck and Matt Damon was in a movie, and somebody said, y'all should switch roles. Like, this is a business.
But that's the thing, Katt. Normally when people are giving you information, I'm thinking I'm hearing it for the first time, and they're giving information no one else knows or has ever heard. So I'm taking them at face value.
These are like, this is like Steve Harvey telling people he used to be homeless. That's my story. That's not his story. Steve Harvey wasn't never homeless. When Mark Curry was touring with him 25 years ago, he was making $3,000 a show in cash and doing 5 shows a week. They just tell the stories. Thanks to my wife, I'm where I am. You said that about the first wife. You forget that? You told us it was her. Then you went and married somebody else that think like a man. Like, what are you talking about? They think they can rewrite history. Guy Torrey did a beautiful special about the Comedy Store and Fat Tuesday, where he said that Steve and Cedric and Kevin Hart and Tiffany Haddish came through there and made all lies. Steve and Cedric never performed at the Comedy Store at all. Tiffany was only seen at the Laugh Factory. In 15 years in Hollywood.
I think another video came into play, bro.
Yeah, I think so too. I think this been ended.
That's what happened with the same setting, bro.
Yeah.
I thought it was the same video after the ad.
I don't know where it ended. It ended 11 minutes ago.
No disrespect, I always kind of thought the top of certain industries were weird like that.
Yeah, but I didn't think comedy was like that. I thought it was like that in the music.
I thought it was.
I don't know.
I thought it was always like, no matter how popular,
no matter what.
Yeah, I always celebrity. If you're on the top of the celebrity, I always thought it was weird things happening. It's me personally. I always kind of figured. Not always. Like once it got to the point where I obviously thought it was normal.
Thought that about Kevin Hart.
Not Kevin Hart. That's more surprising. But
Yeah,
like, now that he's so big, it makes sense. You know what I mean? And I don't think he lied one bit. I believe every word he said.
Yeah.
And in terms of the industry plan thing, that's
like,
more of an opinion thing. You want to say that,
but that Kevin Hart, bro, I feel like they probably planted him then, but at first he wasn't. He was himself, bro. He was doing comedy clubs. Of course, he had nobody selling out comedy clubs, bro. You're local. Pretty sure when he got his name up there, that's when the movies and all that came, because the plant stuff kicked in. I just don't think he had helped a whole way like he's saying he did. I'm pretty sure Steve Harvey did, though. 3,000 a night, getting touring with Mark Curry. Dude was like Steph Curry back then.
That's a good joke. I like that one.
Come on, dude.
Okay.
Do better.
I like that joke.
No, but Mark Curry was like dumb funny.
Shannon look weird, and creepy.
Yeah,
right
It
there.
looks
It's
super
kinda-
creepy, yeah. Yeah, it looks super creepy. But I was just gonna say, oh my god, look at that. Next thing, super creepy. Movie shouldn't be creepy. Alright, what I was gonna say, a freaking male playing a woman. First one you see on the movies.
Yeah. That's Eddie Griffin.
Play a woman.
No, back then, if I didn't know anything, I was just a dumb guy just trying to make money. Most likely, I probably would. I'm being honest. I probably would. I probably would.
I ain't gonna lie.
But I'm saying, like, me knowing what I know, and you offered it, no. I would.
This nigga, I can picture that nigga. Perfecting that role.
Yeah, actually, I can see you doing very well in that role. No jokes.
It's gonna be you gonna be like that one that blame it on Clay, dude. That's
Get
gonna
the
be
fuck out of here. Dude gay for real though, so.
I'm just saying that's gonna be you.
Shit.
You gotta respect people like Katt Williams, man. They're not.
Dude, I'm on Katt
They're
Williams.
not. They're not. I mean, I don't think he's lying.
He wasn't.
The only reason I don't think he's lying is because he's super smart. You can just tell by the way he talking, the way he handles himself. He's super smart. Not only that,
He used to read books at like 7 years old.
tell what the words he was
He was
using.
in college. He could have went to college at 7 years old.
I don't know about that one. That was probably forced. But I heard Kevin Hart made a joke about that actually.
They said Fajon dude said he was talking about Kevin Hart lying, talking about he came around the 4-4. Like nigga, he said all this other stuff. He ain't say what he.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, maybe with Katt Williams.
He might
talk about himself, maybe over, maybe over hyperbole. But he has, that's what I'm saying. He's talking about himself. It's not like he's gonna
maybe he was
downplay himself.
Maybe
obviously,
he was applying that to comedy, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying, like what he was saying. I don't think any of it was a lie. I think everything he was saying in terms of how other people was dealing things. What he was saying was, I think it was facts. Only reason I think it's facts because the way he was talking and what he was saying. You never heard these things before, and have you noticed? They tried to make Katt Williams out to be like
this bad person.
Not even this bad person, like, oh no, drug addict or this or that. They always do that to somebody that's not lying. They try to do it to Kanye.
Yeah.
They do that to everybody that's telling the truth. They always do that.
Everybody getting hip on it now. They ain't gonna be able to do it.
It's gonna die down eventually.
Find a way to
too many
disguise it every time.
Yeah. They just that's what they do all the time. You try to that's what it's blackball. That's literally what it is. That's literally what it is.
He tried to tell people about that Epstein shit, and they tried to thank you, but I guess he tried to tell people about that Epstein dude. Epstein dude. Mm-hmm. And he said, I guess he was at the top of Epstein dude, so they tried to blackball Katt Williams, saying he crazy and all that shit. But now, whatever Epstein did to somebody, they kicking his ass out the door. That's why they revealing all them damn documents and all that shit.
I heard Epstein eat kids. I heard that's what they be doing.
Yep.
Hey, yo.
Like actual
more than
like consuming kids. Yep. I heard I heard Ellen DeGeneres made a joke in front of everybody about eating kids.
Mm-hmm. They try to do it in front of you.
She used a word that's code for the people that went to that island.
Something like pizza.
Pizza. And I think pizza means kids. Or something like that. It was something. I'm not accurate or anything. But yeah. I mean, it all makes sense. But obviously, conspiracy theories always make sense. You know what I mean?
That makes me think
some of these stupid.
But I genuinely do believe the top of the top celebrities, like the people going to Epstein Island, are doing weird stuff. They're doing stuff that's super unconventional, and they're doing it because they're being told to do it. And now they have a hold on them, so they can't go and do whatever else they want to do.
Would you have done it?
No, I'm not. I'm being honest, bro. I am not doing stupid. I'm not even taking drugs, for one. If someone asks me to take some drugs, I'm like, I'm good. Like, if that nigga asked me to suck my weed, I'm good, bro. Bye.
I slap.
Like, I'm good, bro. I'm good. I'm not letting I'm not doing something that would make me feel horrible about myself to be better looked at by somebody else. I'm being honest. I ain't gonna lie, I probably would've worn a dress. I'm not gonna lie. I probably would've. You know, I'm just trying to make it's so simple. I'll put on a dress and just, it's funny, you know, right? It's funny. But like, all that extra stuff, bro, no. And that's how they get got. I'm pretty sure they get got by getting sent to a party, getting high on drugs, doing something they weren't supposed to do, and now the people that they tricked them into doing it, they got the evidence now. Oh, look, you can't go nowhere. I got this. Remember this? Remember you did this?
You gotta do that commercial.
Remember this? You gotta do this now. Oh, if you don't, I'm gonna expose you for this.
No, bro.
And that's why they're constantly going to Epstein. I'm gonna probably get used to it. Point. What they call it?
They probably did to Jonathan Majors, bro.
Yeah.
Probably.
Bro, say if you was at a party, you were in a room with a girl, like 3 of them rich white niggas busting in Wheaties out.
leaving.
Would you be in there throwing them bitches?
Oh,
Joe?
God.
I'm leaving,
Bro,
man.
Somebody getting their eyes.
And bro, I can feel vibes of a place too. Like if I'm in a place that's doing weird stuff like that, I'ma leaving, man. And
I'm finna go to the bathroom.
and maybe they like force you to stay type beat.
That's probably like the movies. And
Yeah,
shows
it's
and
where you're trying to leave, they don't let you leave.
Nah,
So multiple people just.
Like them horror stuff.
Yeah.
That's why I don't want. That's why I wouldn't even put myself around that type of group. That's why I would just, bro. If I was rich, I kid you not, I would just hang with the same dudes. Like y'all, I would not try to be with
I
them.
feel like that's what happened to Jonathan Majors, bro. You know he was on it, Marvel, all that. He was working his way up. Then this shit come,
Could be.
and he declined it. And now they trying to, bro. There's no physical evidence of none of that shit. They seen this nigga running from this woman, and she was probably a plant any fucking way. They probably
Marvel's going downhill anyway.
Yeah.
Literally, that whole MCU stuff ain't been it since Endgame. If I'm being honest.
that was 19 and 20,
19. I want to say 18.
No, it was 19.
Okay.
Cause 17, I think 17 was.
I think 18 was. You're right, probably 17. But I feel like it was 18. Because
No,
I was like the
I'm
movie
like,
time.
no,
We watched it earlier.
Yeah, Infinity.
Because we watched it earlier at the movie theater. Literally watched it earlier.
Infinity War.
Because you remember Danny got mad at us for getting hype when Thor
Oh
got the thing.
yeah. So that was 2019.
That was 18. No, it probably was 19 because I wasn't working there. I snuck there and that dude said, "Hey, did you betrayed?"
Yeah.
I was like, it was 19.
Infinity War 17.
That was
at
19.
The raid.
Yeah.
I remember watching
That
that.
was 19. I mean, simple as I believe everything he said. I don't think he's
Cat
lying.
Williams.
Yeah,
I still like.
Kevin Hart.
Yeah, Kevin Hart.
I don't like Steve Harvey as much. I heard some stuff about him and Bernie Mac.
And that's what I don't. What you hear about Bernie Mac?
I don't know if it's a conspiracy theory or not, but they said Bernie Mac. You know how them niggas sold their soul and shit.
Yeah,
Him and Cedric thinking Bernie Mac wasn't with that, so that's when they like kicked him out the group. That's why it was only DL, Cedric, and Steve Harvey, and Bernie Mac went to get the movies and shit. And then something they said like something they did something that made Bernie Mac sick and all that shit. So that's like they killed him off basically.
A lot of this,
Because they didn't want to do what them niggas was doing.
A lot of those theories be making sense. I'm not gonna say the theories are 100% accurate, but I do believe those theories somewhere in there it's a little bit of truth at the very least. At least a little bit of truth.
At least on the right track.
Yeah, at least around there somewhere. I think
If
those
you
theories
think about
are
it, bro,
like super close.
This nigga Steve Harvey was talking about he wanted to go last. He said Bernie Mac and them was taking all the spotlight, all the time and shit. Nigga, Bernie Mac was funnier. You see where like D.L. Huey and Bernie Mac at, bro. Like D.L. Huey still doing local stand up. He not as big as Steve Harvey and Cedric the Entertainer. So he said them two niggas, Bernie Mac and D.L. didn't do that shit. So that's why they fell out.
That's when you can tell when people did. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that's why I always think that when you get to a certain height, bro, you have to do something. Like you have to have did something.
Yeah, you don't do nothing with a radio. Anybody can get a radio show.
Something.
He just living life, bro.
Yeah, but that's why I always now I'm noticing. I wish the work gets separated from the artist.
Yeah.
In a sense, because I can't listen to R. Kelly the same no more. Like I can't hear him saying my mind's telling me no. But my body, and not think about what he's done.
Taking it to your perspective as you doing this with a woman, like that's just
no. When I'm listening to R. Kelly singing it, I'm thinking of what he's done. I'm not.
Why are you thinking about him?
It's because it's him singing.
Yeah.
And same with freaking the Steve Harvey. You said you don't like Steve Harvey because what you feel like he done with Bernie Mac. And yes, exactly.
He said he was.
And exactly.
They got him on motivational quotes.
And that's my point.
I was broke. I said something like that.
And that's my point. That's my point.
This nigga said he was.
And that's my whole point.
Nigga, 3,000 a night. Nigga, I would not work.
I never was a huge Steve Harvey fan anyway. But like, I would rather like your art than realize, oh, this dude's a terrible person, and now it kind of diminishes the art.
Nigga,
you know what I
Bernie
mean?
Mac was funnier than all of them. I mean, you could tell who was talented and who had their shit written or who stole. It wasn't the original product.
Devin, I think you would have been on Epstein's Island.
Get the fuck out of here.
I think you would.
Dude, I wouldn't have been in no Epstein Island.
lit.
Dude, I wouldn't know.
Wearing dresses.
We've been making rules. Okay, if I do this, I want $3,000.
Bitch, get the fuck out.
3,000 is crazy. Ask for 3,000 on Epstein's Island is crazy.
I had $3,000. I want work.
Nigga, I'm talking about doing stand-up comedy at night, nigga.
God, bro. 3,000 is crazy. Nigga, he was on Epstein's Island asked for $3,000. You are broke.
Bro, I wouldn't have been on no fucking island, bro.
Heard that.
That's crazy. Especially, that's just not, bro. I'm pretty sure that's like the final thing you do in all of this. Selling your soul shit.
Huh?
I've just been lying. I'm sick.
Yeah, I can't
Every
go.
time I can't go, I gotta.
They might like force you, bro.
I'm not going to. I don't even do shit now.
That's my point. That's what I was saying. I'll just be, bro, low key, if I was famous, bro, I'll just be a streamer. I wouldn't even be dealing with that. Let's be streaming, bro. I wouldn't even go nowhere.
There's some truth in that, too.
That's something. We just stay at the house playing.
Literally, I would just stay at the house playing the game.
We're gonna be on threes. Them niggas gonna be our opponents. Come on, Chris. Come on.
Exactly. I wouldn't be doing nothing. I wouldn't be doing that, bro.
One
nigga in game tag. Come on, come to the island.
One nigga gamer tag gonna be joined. The fucking center gonna be
Yes,
Epstein. What the fuck? This nigga cold.
And that nigga's demons. Them niggas are dumb and cold.
These is 2K cheaters. Them niggas in the same damn boat. You gonna be good like us? Just join, man. You can do the same shit.
Nigga constantly getting recruited.
Them Forex niggas. Don't tell them niggas share the same recipe,
Oh my god, bro.
Without the money.
That'd be hilarious, bro. Nah, but yeah. That was the video. Like and subscribe. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Be sure to blast the like and subscribe if you want to lose to this time, brothers and sisters. You good, bro? Slice.